Welcome, everyone. This is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire, and this is Maverick Mondays, where we talk about how to do it different, create a difference in your life, create a difference in your world, do things different every single day, begin to think differently, be differently, so you can create a different life. And most of you are looking for that difference, that different life, to create something magical in your life where you can absolutely live the life of your dreams. I'm relaxing here in my office, the Maverick Central, if you will, of everything that we do and all that we are, and just hanging out. It's actually turned a little bit chilly up here in the Northeast, which is where I live and hang my hat, or at least part of the time. The rest of the time I am traveling around the world, hanging out with all of you and really making a difference, not only in my life, in my family's life, also in tens of thousands of people and millions of people by extension all over the world, and proud to be doing it. We're here to talk about, well, what I titled this, Plan Now for Later, and we're going to be talking about what it means to be planning. This is the time. Right now we are in the fourth quarter of the year. And oh my gosh, how many of you are already planning for next year? All too many people I know, man, they're not even thinking about that. They're still in kind of just getting into the swing of things. Summer ended, they got through September, they're halfway through October, and they don't even realize that the end of the year is coming fast and next year is coming even faster. Time is clicking by, and are you planning for it? Are you creating a future of your dreams? Are you really creating what you want in your life? So that's what we're talking about here in Maverick Mondays, in creating just how to do it different. And one of the things that I've learned to do it different is to plan, and to plan in advance. I really didn't realize that I had been doing this for many, many years before I began to realize that it was unique, that it was something different. It was one of those things that I created in my life to begin to plan. And so planning, you want to know the one thing that can make a huge difference in your life is just plan for your future. And some people equate planning with, oh my gosh, you're a workaholic, or oh my gosh, your life is too structured, that you need to have some freedom in your life. Well, in my experience, it's nothing like that. When you plan, you actually get the freedom to do more, to create more, to have more. And some of that more is downtime, if you will. Hey guys, Sharon, Robin, welcome. I'm still working on finishing my October before we go into the rest. I understand. I haven't even thought about November. I guess I should be focused on quarterly goals. Yes. And that's part of the discussion here that I want to bring to the table, is be thinking of it. And so here's how you lay it out. To get right down to it is, you got to plan tomorrow today. And you hear that over and over and over again. Plan tomorrow today. Unfortunately, most people don't do it. So they end up planning, tomorrow, sometimes today. Sometimes they plan today. Sometimes they plan yesterday today. And they do it sporadically. They'll do it on occasion. Here's the key. Plan tomorrow today, every day. And it doesn't matter about work week, whether it's Monday through Friday, whether it's Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter holidays. Plan every single day. And planning doesn't mean just business planning. We have one life. One of the philosophies of a Maverick is that it is all one life. It's not a lot of compartmentalized lives, if you will. We have one. And so in having one life, you gotta live it completely. And so what does that mean? It means having one calendar. It means having one to-do list. It means having one place to reference as to what you're going to be doing today. just one. So when you're planning out your day, you plan both personal and professional. You plan your family time, your time with your children, your loved ones. You plan time with your business associates. All that gets laid out. My kids, I plan time with them. I plan time to do their homework. They come to me the night before and they talk about what are we going to work on tomorrow, or when do you have time tomorrow night? We can work on this or that. This is all part of our natural day. What about planning the day that morning? Is that much better to do in advance? Is it that much better? Yes, yes, yes. And my high recommendation is, because here's what happens. Imagine when you are planning, you're in internal mode. And it's so easy to get lost in internal mode. So when you start your day, and so here we are, my day begins. And I sit down at my desk and I begin to plan what I'm going to do today. Only now I'm sitting down, I'm relaxing, I've got my cup of coffee, and I'm in planning mode. Well, when you're in planning mode, you're in internal process, and that process can take you down a lot of rabbit holes. We've all been there. We start planning one thing, then it leads off to another, then it gets into a bigger project, then we start thinking about the challenges that could happen. We start planning for other things. We start thinking about and getting distracted in our thoughts. Here's the challenge, and here's the real key is when you can sit down and plan the night before, you wake up knowing exactly where you're going. You know where you're headed. You know what's going to happen that day because you've already planned it out. You visualized how the day is going to map out. You've designed it on purpose with intent. Hey, Rosanna. Hey, absolutely. We got to catch up. Great to see you here. And love the pictures. Keep posting them on Facebook. Your daughter is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Yes, I often go down that rabbit hole in thoughts and ideas. Yes, Robin, you are so right. So instead of planning during the morning, and so you wake up and you start planning, you go down the rabbit hole, which gets you stuck in process, actually get moving in action. And so when you plan the night before, you can start your day by getting into action and go action. All you're doing, the more of your day that you can go through without actually, and people take this wrong, however, I'm going to say it anyway, the more you can go through your day without actually thinking, the better. And what I mean by that is when you're in activity, especially activity that you've pre-planned, that you set up in advance, that you've designed on purpose, that you know what you're doing, you know what you're going to say, you know how you're going to say it, you're on autopilot. And so you can go and you can do so much more in a day. You can accomplish so much more. And then when you have your list designed, as soon as you finish one project, you go right to another. As soon as you finish one task, you go to another. And so you can zip down your day. Well, when you're zipping through your day, zipping through your checklist, you get so much more done. Those of you that have gone through this process at least once, you know what I'm talking about. Now imagine a whole life where, yes, my audio, listen, you, no teasing the host. Yes, my audio is working really well. Last week, now you see this beautiful little mic, I'll teach you a little bit. Well, on the back side of this mic, there's a button here. And so when you grab it just right, my thumb hit the button, which put everything on mute. It's a beautiful, beautiful microphone. It works really well. It's a Yeti. And the design of where that mute button is leaves something to be desired. So this time I hit it and had no idea it wasn't working. So we were in blackout mode for like 10 minutes. It was beautiful. You guys, I did a lot of mind work that day. Anyway, moving right along. Good point. On days when I lay out clothing for the next day, the morning is so much smoother. I guess that's the same concept. Absolutely. So you plan your day the night before. Here's where it gets interesting. So your day can become so much more productive, so much more activity. You can end up going through what normally would take you several days, if not possibly several weeks of activity. You can accomplish all in one day. And the magic of that is that the time that's left over is when you can really step up the game. accomplish and achieve more, create more downtime for yourself, create more time for your loved ones and your friends. All that happens when you plan out what's going to happen, when you plan out your day and you accomplish so much more. And so let's go to the next level. When you plan out today, tomorrow, you also plan out this week, next week, meaning you plan now for next week. So plan out today for tomorrow, plan out during this week, we're going to plan next week. During this month, we're going to plan next month. And during this quarter, we're going to plan next quarter. And especially in the fourth quarter of the year, you're going to plan out all of next year. That's right, you're going to plan out all of next year. I want you to get busy with this. I want you to get real. Get real with planning your future. Here, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about just a great way to plan out your future and some of the things to do. One thing in particular is to take, and I'm going like this as if it's right in front of me, and it is, you just can't see it. You absolutely need a wall calendar, or you create one for yourself. Now, what does a wall calendar look like? A wall calendar is where you can create it for yourself. Simply print out every month, the 12 months of the year. Print out the calendar for all 12 months and plaster them on the wall. And then go through and design every single month exactly what you're going to do, week by week by week by week. Block out your vacations, block out birthdays, block out when you're going to be, in my case, when I'm going to do events, those big rocks in your life. You want to put all of them in your calendar. Then you're going to see what space is left over, and with the leftover space, start planning out the other components. There have been different events and different meetings and different projects that I already have in my calendar for next year. I already have it laid out so that in February I'm going into a specific marketing meeting. In January I'm starting a specific project that I've wanted to start for a while. It's how I ended up doing certain projects this year, is because last year I planned out that this was the year I was going to accomplish those projects. What are the projects you're going to do in the next 12 months? What are the projects you're going to get started on before the end of the year? What are the things that you want to accomplish before the end of this year? And then what are you going to absolutely go full tilt on for next year? All these are the great questions that you want to start answering right now. And when you do, you hold yourself accountable, you create your lists, you design a power team around you, you design an accountability team, maybe join a mastermind, get a coach by your side, and everything that you decide that you want, you can accomplish. That's the magic of it all, is that you can absolutely do everything that you believe you can when you follow some of these guidelines, when you follow the plan. So what else is on your mind? I'll tell you, here's another thing. So you want to map it out 12 months in advance. You want to map out next month and the rest of this quarter right now. You want to begin to map out what exactly you're going to accomplish. And I'm going to talk to you about something, and I want to talk to you about this because I don't want you to miss it. And this is an event that's coming up that is just something special. This is Maverick Wealth Now. At best, I only have this once a year, and this is the first time and maybe the last time I have it in LA. So all of you that are on the West Coast, absolutely pay attention to the location. It's at the Marriott LAX, right there in LA. You want to be there. Maverick Wealth Now. And why I'm mentioning it, it's only 10 days away. So you want to get there. You got to get your tickets right away. It's going to be a small venue. It's basically going to be an elaborate mastermind of some of the best, some of the key people that I've brought in from around the country. These are my peeps. These are the people that I hang with on a regular basis. We're going to be talking to Bridget Brady, who's actually my social media expert, handles a lot of my social media, guides me and consults with me on what we're doing in the social media realm. She's going to be there, and she's going to be talking about how you can take your social media to another level. We're going to be talking about to Ryan Kirkin. He's going to be talking about real estate, guy that I've known, and most of these people I've known for a long time. Ryan, I've known probably 8 years, something like that, maybe even longer. And Ryan is just a master at creating magic in the real estate realm. And it doesn't matter what type of real estate it is. He's done multitude of different types and different, both commercial and residential, and all of it, he's exploded into huge numbers. He absolutely is also living the lifestyle. Got to hang out with him a couple weeks ago when we were hanging out on his boat in Marina del Rey. So absolutely pay attention to him. We're going to be talking about branding with Tanya Hoffman. We're going to be talking about outsourcing with Bijal Palmer. And we're going to be talking about CEOs, your 401ks. These are really key, and more specifically, your IRAs, which all of you should be moving your stuff to a self-directed IRA. We're going to have an expert on that. Karen Hall is just amazing, and she's out on the West Coast as well. So for all those people that are on the West Coast, and not to leave all of you out, I know I'm flying from the East, and this is well worth it. Like I said, we're going to have 3 days of pretty much a tight mastermind group of people. We're going to have major discussions with all of them, really centered on how you can utilize all these skills, all this information to really create an amazing next year. How to create and plan out your years so that you're doing exactly what you want and creating the life of your dreams. So just hanging out and sharing with you, we've been planning this Maverick Wealth Now. This is just a special event. Oh, by the way, absolutely go to Maverick Wealth Now, MaverickWealthNow.com, and go there, check it out. All of you, you enjoy this, you like this, you're gonna love Maverick Wealth Now. I know we're gonna do some just chat. Some of the presenters will be there, and we'll be hanging out all weekend, and we're going to be doing some chat, real discussion on what's going on, what we can help you with, and how our lives really have created a turn for the better, and how we've created the life that we have by understanding the tools and processes that we're teaching, how we applied it into our life, how we brought it into our life in the first place. So some great discussions. We're going to be talking about Andy Sokol's coming. He's a good buddy, client retention expert. Mike Warren, he's going to be coming from across the country. He's talks about business brokering. Been working with Mike for a long time. Julie Cotton also is coming. Aaron Jan is coming. Who did I miss? Oh, Curtis Banks is going to be there. Terry Wager is going to be there. Just amazing group of people. And all of you. So absolutely come hang out with us. We're going to be talking about how to get real and really continuing this conversation, which is why I bring it up. Planning your life. I know when I was in my journey, it was absolutely getting real with what was going on in my life, and then having people that arrived in my life to point out to me what I really needed, to point out to me where the holes were in my plan, to be able to guide me to say, well, I love you, Paul, only what you're thinking it may not work exactly as you think it will. Have you looked over here? And really helping to guide my future. I am so blessed that I was able to bring some amazing people into my world that guided me, and everything. And I mean everything I have in my life right now is because of listening to those people and being guided by them. You know, the understanding that this information and what you might glean from Maverick Wealth Now, what you might glean from other events like this, what you might get coached on and trained on, and bring it into your life, because it changed mine, and it created the life that I now have. And my plan and my goal and my prayer for all of you is that it changes yours too. Planning now for later. Plan today, tomorrow. What's your vision of your future? What's your vision of what you could be? Most of us haven't reached our fullest potential yet. Most of us haven't reached to the stars and really gotten past our blocks and our fears that limit us every day. Most of us haven't even imagined the life that is truly waiting for us on the other side. I know I didn't. There's so much more that you could be. So much more that we all could be. Our whole society and our whole world could change when each one of us steps up. I know the people that I've affected over the last 15 years since I really stepped up, since I created the magnitude of change in myself that then created the magnitude of world that I now live in. I know the thousands of people that I've touched, the tens of thousands, and then they in turn have touched millions of people. It's that ripple effect, the butterfly wings that create the tsunami. Imagine you have that power within you. Now it's up to you to change and to tap into it to create that tsunami around your world, to be the center of influence with everyone that touches you. It starts with planning now for later. It starts with getting clear with what you want to do in your future. It's the message for tonight. It's the message here on Maverick Mondays is to talk about this, to really decide what do you want. Sit down tonight. Go through your list of what do you want for the next month, 2 months, 3 months. What do you want to accomplish for the next 12 months? Draw lines in the sand. Really get determined. This is going to happen before the end of the year. This is going to happen before the end of the first quarter of next year. Absolute. Don't give yourself any hedge. Don't give yourself any way out. Watch it change your life. Talking about a lot. Come hang out. Come spend some time. I would love all of you to be by my side so we could actually have a conversation real time, because that's what this is all about. That's my dedication and my future forevermore, is to be in that role. What's yours? I know I found my purpose. What's your purpose? What are you planning on doing? How are you touching the world? This is awesome. We're talking about doing it different. And I got to tell you, most people they hear it, they don't follow it. They hear this lesson. I've spoken to tens of thousands of people around the world, and every time, and I ask them, how many of you know you're supposed to write down your goals? How many of you actually have written down your goals? And it'll be a micro amount. Just a handful of people out of hundreds. Oh yeah, they actually wrote them down. They actually have them with them. They actually know what their goals are. It's a fraction. We've all heard it before, so go ahead and just do it and change your life forever. That's it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and write down your goals. Plan today, tomorrow. Just, I don't know, do it for a day. Do it for a week. I dare you. Do it for a month. And you'll be committed to do it every day, because you'll see how much change that brings into your life. Absolute. We're going to be discussing that and more at Maverick Wealth Now, and I'm so excited to be hanging out with the people that are coming. It is going to be so amazing, because it's really going to give us a chance to just hang and be ourselves. There's going to be so many great people there. The after hours party itself is going to be insane, just because of the magnitude of greatness of the people that are going to be there. So absolutely, I look forward to seeing all of you there, just to hang, just to be a part of this. There's so much knowledge, so much brain power, so much to be gleaned from it. I want to have you be a part of it. So absolutely, go to Maverick Wealth Now, go to that link, be a part of that, be a part of these Facebook Lives every single week. And I am contemplating doing more and more of these. I absolutely love this time and this engagement to just hang and be real. It is one of my favorite times of the day to be able to do this. I love doing it live, and I love this is it when we can't be live, this is as close as it gets. So absolutely great. Subset will not be there. I'll be there in spirit. Oh, Robin, please come. Yeah, for all of you, it will be a great, great event, and we're everywhere. So keep being a part of it. Keep being a part of the world that we are creating. This is the Mavericks, if you will. The Maverick world is going to take over because we're the ones that are the innovators, the creators, the ones that are going to continue to be the leaders going forward with everything that is happening in this world and where the world is going to take us all. This is Paul Finck. This is Maverick Mondays. I am the Maverick Millionaire, and all of you are the Mavericks ready to take over the world one day at a time. Plan today, tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care now.